Hello, many heartfelt greetings here from Germany. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining me here during this moment in time, and ultimately everything is about that. It's all moments, and it's all about now. Now is everything. And now is the moment that we create change. Now is the time that we make history. But it's about something new. It's about being new. It's about being now. And every moment of our lives, we have an opportunity to learn. And it is really this kind of learning that I've come to find is really fascinating, because it's something that we never learned that, actually, because we have forgotten who we really are, because we are so caught up in the academic stuff and the book learning and the achieving. Always we're so goal oriented. Everything is outside of us. We're searching for happiness, looking for happiness. We're pursuing happiness, pursuing freedom, even fighting for freedom, which is really insane, because we were born free and we all are free. And so I think it's very important to remind ourselves of that this is really our nature. We are that, the tree of life, which is really like a dancer. John Stuart Mill said something really brilliant a long time ago. He said that we human beings, we're not machines to be built to do exactly the work prescribed for it, but we're like a tree, and we need to grow and develop naturally according to the inward forces which make us a living thing. I think this is the new world, or this is where the new world begins, when we connect ourselves to those inward forces. So first of all, understand, what are those forces? How can I give birth to those forces? Because we are made to create. We're not made to serve. We're not made to struggle. We're not made to just function as a machine, like a machine in this world, consume and produce, production and consumption. This is what we learn in this world. This is who we have become, but this is not who we are. And the world that we're living in, with all the war and all the violence and all the injustice, is a result because we have become disconnected from our real nature. And so the new world begins once we can understand really, who am I really? And that is really the first step, to learn about that. To learn what is my real nature? Who am I really? To begin to realize myself more fully, to realize each other. Not just to focus on our perceptions, because our perceptions, of course, are our reality, and we all are stuck in our own reality. And I always was wondering about that. If that's the case, if we all follow our own perception, and our perception is our own reality, what is reality really? If everybody looks at things differently, and we see the world not as it is, but as we are, there's no surprise that we're so divided and disconnected from each other and from ourselves. And I think it's really time to remember who we really are. And this is what the school of life, I've come to find, is really about. And in this school, there are no teachers in the traditional sense. I'm not able to teach you that. Nobody's able to teach you that. But you can learn this for yourself. Actually, only you can learn this for yourself, because only you can know yourself. People can know about you, of course, and through communication, which is also something very, very important. Because through communication, we actually create community. Through effective communication, we can relate ourselves to one another. But ultimately, you need to begin on this process for yourself. You need to begin to communicate to yourself. You need to allow yourself to communicate yourself to you, so you can understand who you really are. So you can really get to know yourself. Which, interestingly enough, is something we all knew that as children. We already knew who we were. Children know exactly who they are. Actually, somebody told me a long time ago in San Francisco, if you look in the eyes of a little child, you see God. We all are children of God, but we have forgotten who we are. We got caught up in this system where the market economy controls everything, where religion controls everything. We worship God. We submit ourselves to the powers outside of us, but we've forgotten that actually real power lies within ourselves. And I love that idea of self-empowerment. That's really what it's about, to connect ourselves to our real power. because we all have that. And regardless of our situation and regardless of how difficult things are, and even to an extreme where I'm working also trying with many people in Africa. I don't know if you've heard of the Hearts Group. You might want to take a look at that. It's also on my website, kinding.com. Even when people are extremely poor and have no education whatsoever, still they have power. So many people are looking for help. So many people are struggling in this world. But what we've forgotten is that the only person really who can help ourselves is ourselves. There's so much power within our hearts. And I really hope with my work, and that's actually, my work is actually just beginning, to help others to realize, to actualize themselves, their true nature, their love, their sense of self, of real self, that real self. Not that socially conditioned self, which is all about appearing a certain way, giving a good impression. I mean, we learned that from a young age on, to fit in, to fit the mold imposed onto us. But this is not who we are. We are so much better, so much bigger. Oh my gosh, we're just beginning to remember our true essence. And that is really where the new world begins, because the old world, you have to say in all honesty, is dying. Mother Earth is very, very sick, and we human beings have done much harm. And we're all part of this consciousness, this mass consciousness, where we're all just struggling, we're striving for a better life. We're trying to get a better job, more money, of course, which is also part of the problem. But the real wealth lies within ourselves. Each and every one of us is so valuable. You all are so valuable. I just wanted to reach you again with that message. I love you. And we all need to love each other. And it's not just a word. It's not just a word. And it's easier to say that even in English in America. Oh, I love you, than to say it in German. But again, it's not just a word. It's not just a phrase. It really means something. That means that, I only can love you if I allow you to be who you are. I only can love you if I'm not trying to change you. Because you are perfect just the way you are. And I want to learn you. I think love also means to love somebody, also means to learn somebody, to really get to know them. And interestingly enough, I've also come to find when you get to know other people, you really get to know yourself. And it's very difficult, it's actually the most difficult thing in the world, to especially to make the effort to get to know people who are difficult to get to know, or to like people who are difficult to like. I mean, we all look for somebody who is lovable, and we all are seeking that. We're looking for people who fit into our idea of how we want others to be, how we need people to be so they can be our friends. But we all need love, especially people who are sometimes coming across like they're not lovable. They need love the most. Everybody needs love, and love is everything. And we all have that power within ourselves, to give that love unconditionally. To love somebody doesn't mean necessarily, hey, I like you, or I approve of the way you're acting, or I like the way you treated me. No. But still I love. And that means also that I can forgive. I need to forgive. We need to forgive one another. But the main person we need to forgive is ourselves. I know about the challenges there. Believe me, it's not easy. It's easier said than done. And these things, which are all part of being a student in the school of life, are the most difficult things in the world, but also the most important in the world. Because this insight, this wisdom, those kind of realizations will allow us to give birth to our true nature. But it's not just about knowing it, because there are many people who talk about that. Many great books have been written about that. Especially in America, the self-development industry is really an industry, where you can go to countless workshops and you really feel pumped up and you really feel so excited and so motivated. But then you go back to the real world and everything is forgotten. So what's really missing, and that's also the point of realize to actualize, is the actualization, is the practice. To practice every moment of our lives. Every moment of our life is an opportunity for us to practice. And so I wanted to encourage you again to do that. I also want to encourage myself again, because sometimes I'm a human being just like yourself. Sometimes I feel down. Sometimes I'm not feeling so good. But then it's really about telling yourself, hey, kick yourself a little bit in the butt and like, hey, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, you know, and realize attitude is everything. Attitude changes everything, you know. We cannot change each other, we're not here to change each other, but change comes from within ourselves. And change to me also is the idea of evolution. Evolution, development. The revolution, the new revolution of this world begins with an evolution from within. And that's again what this is about, giving birth to our real nature. Learning about ourselves, really getting to know ourselves. And again, every moment of our lives is an opportunity to do that. So I hope we can all begin in that process. And I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that a little bit. You can check more information about this on my website, keinding.com, which is a German translation. I mean, it's not a direct translation, but kein Ding, which actually means no thing or nothing in German, is the idea that the best things in life aren't things. And also kein Ding is really, or my thing is really this, which means everybody has their own nature. Everybody is the way they are. And we only can come together as one thing, or well, nothing, which is really actually that one thing, which is really about oneness. We're all one. We're all one. And this is our nature. And we can give birth to that once we allow each other to be that way. Once we allow each other to be free. Allow ourselves to be free. Free ourselves to be ourselves, or be ourselves to free ourselves. And we only can allow ourselves to be free if we allow each other to be free. If we allow each other to be the way we are. No conditions, no buts or ifs. You are perfect just the way you are, and you need to be the way you are. And that goes for everyone. Because we all are the way we are. Let me just say that here in ending. Because we all are the way we are. Because we have learned that. And it's really this kind of learning I've come to find is really important, really essential. And there's no school for that. Nobody can really teach that. But we can learn that for ourselves. And that's really what the School of Life is all about, I've come to find. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. And I wish you a great day and a great week and a great life. And it would be really awesome to hear from you. I hope we can connect at some point. Thank you so much.